Mary Trump says Donald Trump's crimes are catching up with him. Watch out. It's falling apart. The former president may be subject to more repercussions in the aftermath of a multimillion-dollar fraud case brought forth by the New York Attorney General's office, according to Donald Trump's niece. Will this be the end of Trump? Stay tuned to find out. Mary Trump, a writer and vocal opponent of her uncle, was speaking about the lawsuit Letitia James filed on Wednesday against Donald Trump, 3 of his children, Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, and other top Trump Organization officials. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. More than 200 fake and deceptive appraisals of various properties and assets were allegedly submitted by Donald Trump and the Trump Organization knowingly and purposefully in order to gain better loans and other financial benefits as well as inflate the former president's net worth. James' protracted inquiry is not a criminal one, rather, it aims to permanently exclude the Trumps and the Trump Organization from conducting business or applying for loans in New York. Given the numerous investigations and legal actions Donald Trump is dealing with, Mary Trump questioned on her podcast why it has took so long for him to formally face potential consequences to such a great level. Do you think he is running away from his problems? It is quite incomprehensible, Mary Trump remarked. How is it possible that one guy could have committed so many crimes over so many years and that they are only now coming back to haunt him? Mary Trump hypothesized that the reason James' investigation has advanced so far in their fraud case is because it emphasizes numbers and money, which have a stronger emotional appeal. Mary Trump made a comment later in the podcast that the decisive action from James' office might encourage others to charge the former president criminally in several other investigations he faces regarding the January 6 Capitol attack, attempts to rig the 2020 election, and alleged mishandling of classified documents seized from his Mar-a-Lago residence. Speaking of that, leave a not-so-classified comment below if you think Trump is innocent or not. It feels like a turning moment to me, therefore we could be seeing one, Mary Trump added. I am aware that this has happened to us frequently. But at this point, I have a lot of trust in individuals like Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, Letitia James, even U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, as well as the January 6 committee, of course. I believe we are now reaping the rewards of years of work and the will not to give in to the status quo. In addition to the fact that Donald is obviously in serious difficulty, there is something to be happy about, she said. But is he strong enough to recover from this in time for the 2024 elections? James said that the former president is among the most egregious examples of this misbehavior in a statement announcing the $250 million case, adding that for long, powerful, affluent individuals in this nation have acted as if the rules do not apply to them. Donald Trump falsely inflated his net worth by billions of dollars to unfairly enrich himself and corrupt the system with the cooperation of his children and key employees at the Trump Organization, James claimed. In this democracy, there are not two sets of rules for people to follow. Previous presidents must be held to the same standards as regular citizens. The charges have been refuted by Donald Trump, who has called the lawsuit another witch hunt. Donald Trump is now the subject of several lawsuits in addition to ongoing criminal investigations. Several police officers who were hurt on January 6, 2021, among others, have filed lawsuits accusing the former president of fomenting the unrest at the Capitol. Using a civil rights legislation intended to combat the Ku Klux Klan's intimidation of officials, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, and California Democratic Representative Eric Swalwell are suing Donald Trump separately over January 6. Mary Trump is also suing her uncle, claiming that he cheated them out of millions of dollars in family inheritance money by defrauding her and her siblings. How do you think this will end?